Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whichever part of the world you're viewing this video. This is Yeye Princess Ajebukumi Olokunwe Midday. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For my returning subscribers, welcome back and thank you for being faithful. May Olodumare bless you. For new subscribers, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a channel where we talk about Olodumare, God the Creator, our deities, our orishas, and our ancestors. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It is nice to have you here. Now, that being said, let's go into the business of today. I had made a video before now, a prior video to this one. That video is in the description box down below, where I talked about sacrifice. In Yoruba, that word is ebo, sacrifice. And in that video, I explicitly defined or explained what the word sacrifice means, and I'd mentioned two types of sacrifices in that video. And in that video, I'd stated that that is not the only type of sacrifice. That's the two sacrifices I mentioned in that video are not the only types of sacrifices that we have. So in today's video, I'm going to be listing other types of sacrifices, and I'll try to explain them as simple as I can. So that is the purpose of this video. I want to mention other types of sacrifices aside from the two types I'd mentioned in that video. So stay tuned. So today I'll be talking about other types of sacrifices. In that video I'd mentioned ritualistic type of sacrifice and religious type of sacrifice. That's the video that I'd done before now. So today I'll be talking about 6 or 7 more types of sacrifices, sacrificial offerings that people give to Olodumare and whatever. So the first sacrifice in my notes here is the communal offering. So this is a type of offering that people do to help in the community. It might be in your community, in your country, in your hometown. It might even be in your family. It might be within your neighborhood. The offering you give to help the less privileged, the needy, the poor amongst you, the disabled, the handicapped, people that are not okay, people that are not well-to-do. Yes, the sacrifices you make to them, like when you go out of your way to provide them with maybe money, financial sacrifice, maybe you buy food, clothes, household things, different things that we give to those in our community, in our environment that are disabled or that are not well-to-do, that are living below the normal average standard of living. So that is what we call a communal sacrifice, when we give a community, when we help those in our community. That's one. The second one is gift offering. We know that gifts are things that we give to people voluntarily without expecting anything in return. So when you buy gift for people, maybe there's somebody that has a naming, a housewarming, a birthday party, a wedding, maybe a burial ceremony, name it, an anniversary, you go out of your way to buy gifts. You know that when you're gifting somebody something, it costs you something, right? Because you spend money in buying that gift. So giving of gifts is another way of making sacrificial offering, even though it does not involve the spilling of blood and so forth. So that's another way of giving offering. The third way of giving offering is thanks offering. Yes, thanks offering. This offering is showing gratitude to God Almighty, to Olodumare, when we show gratitude to God for maybe giving us life, because life in its own is a gift. Yes, life, when you have life, you are alive, you are healthy, it's a gift in its own. So we ought to show gratitude to God Almighty for giving us life. Yes, for being alive to see every new day you wake up. It calls for being gratitude to Olodumare. So when we give offering to Olodumare as a sign of gratitude for his guidance, his protection, his benevolence over our life, and we show gratitude to our ancestors for their direction and their leadership, to our orishas for their protection. So thanks offering is another type of offering. Now the fourth one is appeasement offering. Yes, these offerings or sacrifices are made in cases of offenses. When there's an offense between you and somebody, when there's a disagreement, there's disunity, so you make appeasement to that person or to that higher force or to that terrestrial power, asking them to pardon you to forgive you, that you don't want problem, you don't want issues, so you make appeasement offering. I've made a video here also. I think that video should be attached to the description box below, where I talked about appeasement, which is ipese in Yoruba language. So appeasement offering is also a type of sacrificial offering also, but this appeasement offering is usually done in the case of disputes, whereby you don't want any dispute with anybody, you don't want to have issues, you want peace, you make appeasement offering. So the fifth one is votive offering. This votive offering are offerings made in order to seek help from Olodumare, our ancestors, our Orishas. Maybe there's something you desire, you have this need, you need God to help you with, you need your Orishas to stand in the gap for you, you need them to answer to you, you need your ancestors to guide you, to light your path. You make a votive offering, bringing down your like a supplication. Yes, when you make a supplication to Olodumare, to your ancestors, to your Orishas, telling them what you desire, how you want them to be of help to you, they should come to your aid, you need help from there. So you make a votive offering, asking them for help, guidance, direction. So the sixth one is preventive offering. So these are offerings made to prevent disaster or chaos. When you make offering to prevent problem, you don't want disaster, you don't want chaos. Maybe a revelation came to you, or you got a revelation from somewhere, somehow, that there's an impending danger, there's a problem in the future, and you're looking at it, nobody wants problem, nobody wants trouble. So you go ahead and you make that preventive offering. It's also a type of appeasement too. It's also a type of ipese, yes, whereby we'll carry out sacrificial offering to prevent or ward off evil, impending danger, disaster in the future that we don't want. So it's also another type of sacrificial offering, whereby we'll carry out offerings to make appeasement, the word of evil. Nobody wants evil, nobody wants trials and tribulations. So that's another type of a sacrificial offering. Now the seventh one, the last but not the least on my list, is the one I call the substitutional offering. This is the sacrifice of a living animal in order to save a life of a seriously ill person. Maybe there's somebody in your family, in your neighborhood, your friend, your well-wishers that is seriously ill, and then you have been to the hospital, they've carried out all sort of tests, they've done all what they can do, still to no avail. The person is not getting healthy, the person is still seriously ill, and then you tried to go the native way, the traditional way, and then you're asked to make an offering whereby you sacrifice an animal in place of that person that is ill, just in case the illness is headed towards death. You use the animal to substitute for the person's life, whereby the animal will be sacrificed and the person will become whole. Yeah, this substitutional offering is mostly for the African traditional belief system. That is where it usually works. Yeah, for the African traditional belief system, where we believe in giving offerings of blood. Yes, so that is where this substitutional offering really works. Now my notes went further to say the killing of an animal is a means by which we sacrifice in place of this substitutional offering. We kill animals, yes, to replace that person that is ill. So that is just it for today. I just wanted to mention other types of sacrificial offerings that we make that I wasn't able to mention in my previous video. Now let's take notes. When we are making offerings of sacrificing animals to Orishas, to Olodumare, to our ancestors, to our deities, please, the condition of the animal we want to sacrifice is very, very significant in our sacrifice. You must give an animal that is in good condition, without any birthmark or blemish. The condition of the animal you want to sacrifice is very, very important. We should take note of that. Secondly, the source of the animal we want to sacrifice. We should not sacrifice stolen animal to Olodumare or our ancestors or our Orishas. That can hinder our sacrifices from being accepted and our prayers heard. Yes, the condition and the source. Those are significant conditions to put in the consideration when you want to make sacrifices. Till we see again, it's still me, Yeye Princess Ajebukunmi. Olodumare be with you. Remain blessed. Goodbye.